Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector. And in the last episode, guys, we had a ton of job opportunities fall into our lap. We got fired from Nemba's kitchen, but with that firing came some more opportunity because Nemba has now hired us to deliver spores to another station. We were able to help Cadet out with her problem. Hopefully we'll see her again soon. And we also helped rescue the Springtide from losing its entire supply of water and got a job from the captain. So that's pretty good because we need all the distractions we can get because Lane is on our tail again. And now we have this cool system where every cycle just gets closer and closer to us and we can travel to actually lose it. So I think that's a great kind of system to go with. But let's go ahead and check the map here. We've got Hidden Wreck, Yu-Jin's tip-off, and the Ice-Rich Asteroid. So that's from Malik. That's to get some of the ice back that got lost. But I think we should do the Hidden Wreck. We haven't really done anything for Yu-Jin for a while and haven't seen Yu-Jin. So I think that's probably going to be the best way. So let's confirm. And Seraphine isn't actually on the crew. That's interesting. At least we have Bliss. So let's travel to the contract. Confirm. This is not what you promised. Seraphine turns to Yu-Jin with a raised eyebrow. Looking out across the field of debris, scattered across a small asteroid whose gravity has kept them here, you have to agree. Where do you even start looking? Yu-Jin shrugs, unfazed. I said the wreck was hidden. Transponder off. No flight records. I didn't say it was intact. If it was an easy job, I wouldn't have come with your crew. Could just grabbed it myself. He winks. We all earn our share. That's definitely more than one wreck. Bliss is leaning toward the window, staring out at the glinting debris. I see at least 3, maybe 4 different engine housings out there. Seraphine sighs. You really think there's something of value to be pulled from all that? I know there is. My tip-off's good. We just need to find the right part. He looks out at the wide field of debris. Of the right ship. Any clues? What I know is that a wreck with an item of great value's out here. That's it. He unstraps from his seat. Are y'all afraid of some hard work? Is that it? Seraphine starts laughing. So, you're telling me we don't know what we're looking for, where it is, or what it's worth? Trust me, I don't. Yu-Jin shrugs. This will be worth your while. This is a hot tip. Sleeper, please. Seraphine turns to you, exasperated. Suddenly, a percussive beep interrupts the conversation. All of you turn your attention to Seraphine's terminal. What the? He taps a few keys. We've got an incoming ship. The transponder just popped up. See? Yu-Jin smiles. What did I say? A hot tip. We better claim it before they do. He jabs a finger at the readout. What have you got us into? Yu-Jin looks innocent. I've given you a head start on a big haul. Don't waste it. I see a few obvious sights. Large bit of debris, clear hull sections. We should focus on those. Bliss unclips from their seat and glides out the cockpit. See you lucky kids in the airlock. Ready, Cap? Yu-Jin slaps you on the shoulder and kicks off through the cockpit door. I'm going to turn to Seraphine. I do not like that guy. Seraphine shakes his head. Me neither. Then what are we doing out here, Sleeper? He sighs. Look, glancing over his shoulder. Just be careful. You nod and glide through the cockpit door, already trying to map the scattered debris in your mind. I think we are going to get screwed over here big time. And we've got 2 glitch dice, like right off the bat, which is not a good way to start. So transponder signal. Ew. Pitted asteroid. We've got endure and intuition. Crushed shuttle. Okay, that takes engineering at least. That's good. Both Bliss and I have that. And then we've got scattered wrecks. I don't know necessarily if we want to deal with the asteroid. Bliss said to look for, like, discernible loot. Maybe it would be best to go ahead and try and slice the door. That's dangerous. Interface is risky. So it might be best to try that with the glitch dice, and then... Well, let's see what happens here. The shuttle's airlock won't budge. Cut through it. Okay, 3 shuttle. Access. A section of the door tumbles away into the black. Almost there. Shuttle's thick armor. It's a tough job for skilled hands. Ooh, this is going well. Bliss, can you offer some expertise? Man, Yu-Jin got some crap dice. Big bucks, no whammies? Hey, ooh, you got a little bit of stress though, but you got it. The airlock is open. Time to see what waits inside. Scrape the terminals. Banks of terminals line the shuttle interior. Perhaps there's something useful hidden on their decaying drives. Risky. And none of us have the ability to hack computers. So it looks like this is my cross to bear. Oh! Get a positive outcome with a glitch dice. Outstanding. Keep it going. I mean, sometimes it works out that way. Add some stress, which we pretty much expected. 50% negative, 50% positive. I don't know. Is there anything we can do here? We can endure. Oh, man, that is rough. Wreck hunting. Finding Yu-Jin's wreck means searching the debris field in the hope of uncovering it, if it even exists. Do we... Alright, Yu-Jin, I'm going to let you try this once. Rather than scanning, the direct approach is finding the wreck could be as simple as kicking off into the debris field and hunting it down. Okay, a little bit of stress, but got that done. And I don't really trust anything else to Bliss or Yu-Jin unless we want to go for the pitted asteroid. I don't know if we necessarily... they've already got one thing of stress. We're going to go ahead and crash out and hope for the best here. Hopefully that's the right call. Hey, now. I like that. Ooh, I like that a lot. So the terminal access should definitely be mine to do. Two. Go ahead and make that another... Oh, actually... Can you do that, Bliss? Oh, nope. Bliss cannot use systems whatsoever. And I assume neither can Yu-Jin. Big bucks, no whammies. Hey. The cipher is transferred. An access code for the ship the shuttle departed from. Now just to find where that ship is. Scattered wrecks. So if it's not here, then it landed here on the asteroid and we made the wrong call. Which is not ideal, but nothing really we can do about it now. Yu-Jin, let's do the thing. It is your time to shine, buddy. The debris field reveals itself to be a complex puzzle of ship pieces. It can be mapped. Okay, man, Yu-Jin is coming in clutch. Now, we're pretty much, yeah, we're kind of stuck there. Let's go ahead and do an interface. With our last glitch dice, they'll probably get us a little bit more stress. Holy crap, we did it again. Okay. Maybe we can get this done in one. I actually might have Bliss go ahead and try. You find a wreck that's likely candidate based on what Yu-Jin knows. Time to investigate. Yu-Jin's wreck. Unlock with cipher. The wreck's outer door is sealed and reinforced. The only way in will be with an access cipher. Perhaps there's one elsewhere? Which we got. Okay. Open says me. The wreck's doors grind open to a dark and dusty interior. Time to head in. Wrecked cargo bay, scraps and secrets. Ooh, engineering? The only thing that lies between you and the wreck's cargo bay is a pile of wreckage. Slicing through will be quick, but dangerous. That's what we're here for. Go for it, Bliss. There's 3. The wreckage is sliced and put aside. You can see the cargo bay doors. Almost there. And I know it's dangerous, but even I'll give that a shot. Oop. Well, can't win them all. Alright, that is pretty much everything that we can do. I guess the only other thing I can do here is... I'm willing to get a little bit extra stress on Bliss. Let's do it. You got this. Don't! A fuel tank or coolant pipe ignites in the wreckage. This is too dangerous. May have to push. Okay, I've got quite a bit of stress now. And whatever ship is about to be on their way. Sleep now? Yu-Jin, you piece of shit, where are you? The distorted voice rattles through the ship as you're all finishing your breakfast in the mess. Everyone turns to look at Yu-Jin, Seraphin already shaking his head. Vesna, he says under his breath. Oh, the copper security guard. You suddenly recall the steel-eyed captain who confronted Yu-Jin in the gyre back in the far spindle. Open this airlock before I do something I'll regret. As her voice echoes through the room, you realize she must be at the rig's entry lock, using the comms panel out there to speak into the ship. Let her in. You kick off towards the door, but Seraphin drifts between you and the exit. Sleeper, you sure about this? You can see he's angry, but also looking to you for reassurance. We're just going to talk. Seraphin nods. Alright, but the moment this starts to go south, he shoots Yu-Jin a glance. We're booting them both out. Yu-Jin follows as you glide down to the airlock and hit the control for the exterior door. Let me handle her. Yu-Jin gives you a nod. Fine. He nods appreciatively and drifts forward. Between you and the airlock, I hope that was not the wrong call. You watch as the airlock cycles, and past Yu-Jin, you see the silhouette of Vesna through the viewing window as she removes the helmet of her suit. Though he has been playing it cool, you see Yu-Jin take a deep breath in preparation. I should shoot you right here. Vesna floats through the airlock door, her eye implants glinting. But I wouldn't want to give the wrong impression. Her metal eyes make it impossible to read her tone. Let's go ahead and let her talk. Is this how you treat all your clients, Yu-Jin? Promise to deliver the coordinates they helped you to find, and then instead, when you find out their value, go to another crew to try and steal the prize out from under their nose? I knew you were an amateur. She smiles. But I didn't know you were an idiot, too. Tell whatever stories you want, Vesna. Until I'm paid, there's no deal. Yu-Jin smiles. Did you pay me, Vesna? Vesna looks frustrated. You know as well as I do that payment was on receipt of the coordinates. Well, sorry to say, I won't be able to deliver. Yu-Jin shrugs. Deal's off. You piece of shit. Vesna's hand goes for her hip. Now, you're a guest on this ship. Seraphine's voice comes from somewhere behind you. Let's all remember that. You turn back to see Seraphine holding a hull bolter at his waist, its wide muzzle trained on Vesna. Vesna lets her hand go loose at her side, abandoning her threat. Of course, I thought you might all see the breach of trust in this situation, but I was wrong. I don't want to escalate this. On that, we are agreed. She backs a little toward the airlock door. Yu-Jin, she looks at the freelancer, don't think I'll back off. My team can find this thing faster than any mongrel crew. She smiles. First to the prize takes all. But may the better crew win. She smiles. Indeed. Vesna slips back into the airlock and hits the control panel. The doors scissor shut. Yu-Jin suddenly tumbles forward as something hits him in the side of the head. Idiot! Seraphine stands behind Yu-Jin, having swung the heavy muzzle of the hull bolter directly into his head. If you ever put this crew in danger like that again... What are you doing? Sleeper, you know I value your kindness and your patience, but this idiot almost got us killed. Seraphine is breathing heavily, his anger apparent. He still might! Yu-Jin catches himself on the wall. It's okay. He wipes a little blood from his forehead. I get it. That was sloppy. Your whole thing is sloppy. Seraphine bristles. This is how you get yourself killed. As much as I'm enjoying this display of aggression and idiocy, Lys's voice comes from behind you all. We still have a contract to complete. They push past to start suiting up. And now, we have competition. We should leave. Seraphine slings the hull bolter onto his shoulder. Cut our losses. Now wait. Yu-Jin wipes the corner of his mouth with the back of his hand. All this and you're going to just give up and turn tail? Yu-Jin's right. Shit. You are right. Alright. He glides over to Yu-Jin and pats him on the shoulder. Time for you to prove your worth. I'll be watching. Oh, well, that would about do it. So, what just happened? Ooh. The Limhound? Vesna's hunt. Vesna is determined to find the wreck and claim its prize. If you don't get to it first, this will all be for nothing. So we got 3 cycles for this. Okay. Man, I wish there was a way to lower our stress, because we're about to lose some dice. But I also think we're about to take care of this very, very quickly. So let's go ahead and have Bliss. Open that up for 3. And then Yu-Jin. The wreckage blocking the cargo bay doors is a mess. Clearing it will be slower than cutting, but safer. The wreckage is cleared. Time to open her up. The cargo bay doors shudder open in silence as Yu-Jin levers them apart. This is it, the final layer to pull back before you can reach Yu-Jin's mysterious prize. You can't help but feel a little excited. There's also a sense of satisfaction to the idea that you beat Vesna's crew to the wreck. You found it, you cracked it open, and now you'll be the one to reap the rewards. Yeah, let's focus on the job. The doors are open enough for a person to glide through now. Beyond, there's only the darkness of the cargo bay. You follow Yu-Jin in, the headlamps on your suit lighting his back and the dusty void beyond, or lighting his back. You see the boxes appear, as if by magic, out of the dark. Yu-Jin glides past them. Does he not see them? You stop and take a look at the loot. This is just like what happened with our little slicer during our first job. A stack of 4 sealed boxes sit in the middle of the bay, their armored exteriors caked in dust. You wipe it away and squint at the aging label. They look like industrial ship components, still sealed, totally untouched. In the belt, where most tech has been through hundreds of hands, patched up and reconfigured, this is a solid haul, but not the kind of haul that gets crews fighting over it. Something doesn't add up. They aren't here. Yu-Jin's voice crackles through the radio. Where are you? Back wall of the bay. Come see. You kick off from the crates and glide through the dark until you see Yu-Jin, the back wall of the cargo bay, and something that confuses you for a second. A black shape, a ragged circle around Yu-Jin. You squint. Inside it, tiny lights twinkle. It takes you a moment, but you slowly realize that you're looking through a hole in the wall, to the stars beyond. Someone beat us to it. His voice is flat. They're long gone. Vesna? No. He points. Look at the edges. This was a long time ago. They punched in and took it. What aren't you telling me? Yu-Jin turns back to you, his face pale in your torch headlights. He seems to be lost for words. Folks? Lys's voice comes through the suit comms channel. I've got Seraphim telling me Vesna's crew are heading this way, so whatever you got in there, if you want to keep it, grab it and get out now. I'm already heading for the rig. I'll get the cargo bay open and prep for your arrival. Don't dawdle. Well, let's, you heard them. They said don't dawdle. Yu-Jin suddenly seems to regain his focus. The crates. He nods. Let's grab them and go. You glide back across the bay, your mind still racing with questions. Something about Yu-Jin's reaction tells you he knew what he was expecting to find here. If that's the case, you think, it's yet another lie he's told you. You both reach the crates and quickly lash them together, guiding them weightlessly out of the room between you. As you do, you meet eyes with Yu-Jin, and he looks away. I really hope you two idiots are on your way back, Seraphim chirps over the radio, because Vesna's boys are just about to reach that wreck you're on. We're inbound, Yu-Jin quickly responds and clicks his radio off. Well, 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 Seraphim continues. Tell me then, what ancient and powerful treasure did you find in that thing? Gold? A Conway warhead? 3 crates of components. Seriously? Sleeper, me and you are going to need to have a very serious chat. You cross the debris field to the ship in silence, your eyes on the scrap for a sign of Vesna's crew. You don't think they'd ambush you, but then again, you wouldn't put it past them. As you reach the cargo bay and guide the crates toward the open door, you shoot Yu-Jin a final glance. Give me time, he says quietly over the radio. I'll explain in time. You consider pressing him, even shouting at him, but you realize there'll be plenty of time for that on the journey back to the Far Spindle. For now, you just want to get out of here. Contract complete. Beat Vesna to the hidden wreck. Cool. Oh, and we also clear the wreckage. We could keep on poking if we wanted to. I bet that actually probably leads to other things, but we've got these stress levels up, and it probably wouldn't be the best thing, so let's just go ahead, and we did get some components. I think it's time to get out of here. So, yeah, -5 stress, for sure. Maybe we need to take that into account once we get 5 stress. Yu-Jin has spent the journey back to the far spindle, avoiding Seraphim as best he can. It might be that he's afraid, but you get the feeling it's more likely he has been making himself scarce out of a genuine sense of regret. Seraphim, however, doesn't see his behavior so favorably. Slimy shit won't even show his face. Seraphim complains loudly as he finalizes docking. Put us in a Spacer's Crew sites with no care for anyone but himself. Stay silent. You hear the rustle of movement behind your head and turn to see Yu-Jin in the cockpit's doorway, a rare, serious expression on his face. I owe you all an explanation. His voice is low and steady. Believe it or not, this was not my plan. Yeah, your plan was to find the loot in that wreck and split with it, wasn't it, big man? Seraphim glares at Yu-Jin. No. Yu-Jin gives him a tired look. It wasn't. Hear him out, Seraphim. Bliss cuts in from the back of the cockpit. Vesna's been searching for a ship. Yu-Jin looks over your head to the far spindle. An infamous ship. Seems like she already had a ship, Seraphim interrupts. That was part of the problem. Not a rig. Yu-Jin looks down toward him. A fraction drive ship. An interstellar ship. That seems to shut Seraphim up. And you don't blame them. An interstellar ship here, in the belt? That's tech from the core systems. Why didn't you say? I shouldn't even be telling you now. Yu-Jin frowns. Word gets out that there's a factory-fresh faction ship somewhere in the belt? People kill for less. He shakes his head. Gangs kill for much less. You're telling me there's a fraction ship that no one has ever found that's been sitting here since when? Seraphim shakes his head. Since the collapse? Believe it or not, that's exactly it. Yu-Jin looks to you. Vesna put me on the trail. She wanted me to find its location for repayment. He looks away. An old debt. But the moment I found the data was verified its existence, that confirmed the ship was out there. I couldn't give it to her. And that's when you found me. Why keep it from her? Yu-Jin folds his arms. You may have met Vesna, but you don't know her. Yu-Jin meets your eye. She's one of the last people in the belt who should have a ship like that. Well, no one has the ship now, if it even exists. Need I remind you that it wasn't there? Seraphim shrugs. Your data was a bust. No. Yu-Jin shakes his head. It was there, once. Those wrecks? Those were the ships that fought over the fraction ship. A bunch of Solheim corporates who wanted to get out of the system when it all came down. And that ship was their ticket. The Aphelion Path. Yu-Jin looks out at the far spindle. It was there, but someone moved it. Hid it. Long before we got there. Leave the belt. Sign me up. You and me both, Sleeper. Yu-Jin inhales, long and deep. I am sorry, Sleeper. He looks at Bliss and Seraphim. And to you both as well. I wanted to keep this secret. I wanted to find the Aphelion Path, and I knew that, if I did, you would understand. Still, I was wrong to manipulate you. He bows his head. But I'm not done. He raises his head, his gaze hard now. I will find the ship, and I will leave the belt. How will you do that? Seraphin shoots him a sly look. With no ship of your own, and Vesna at your back. Yu-Jin ignores him and moves closer to you. Sleeper, I will uphold our deal. I will serve on your crew, and when I have news of the Aphelion, you will know. How can I trust you? Only you can answer that, Sleeper. Yu-Jin sighs. I would give you my word if it was worth anything. Seraphin turns to you. I know, I always say it, but this time you have to listen, Sleeper. Seraphin gestures to Yu-Jin. This guy is no good. I've known his type. Don't bring him. This can be your escape too, Sleeper. Yu-Jin meets your eye. Hope I don't push Seraphin to leave, but... Okay. The thing about it is, with Yu-Jin, if we were... I forgot her name. If we were able to... recruit local crew? Yeah, if we were able to recruit other people who had agendas, I think we should be able to do that with Yu-Jin. And potentially get access to this ship if it's real. Okay. You're in. Seraphin sighs, getting up from his seat. You've got a lot to prove. He passes close to Yu-Jin as he leaves. You better get on with it. Yu-Jin meets his eye, but says nothing. Once Seraphin is gone, he looks to you and nods. Thank you. He turns and leaves too. Quite the ragtag group we have here. Bliss nudges past you. I know you understand what a second chance means for you, Sleeper. They smile. But I'm glad to see you understand that others need the same. They slip out before you can respond. You stare out of the cockpit at the lights of the far spindle. You hope Yu-Jin understands his mistake. And you hope even harder that Vesna doesn't hold a grudge, even though you know for a fact she does. You sigh. The bunks are going to need expanding at this rate. Recruit Yu-Jin to your crew. Woo! Okay, that gives us three points here to spend. That's good. And we've only got... Well, let's see. He's going to come here in 3 turns, but if we travel, that minuses 3. So that does give us some time here if we want to raise some money and kind of help us out, right? Also, we can go ahead and buy some food, fill the fuel tank up. Let's make that purchase. Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty well, all things considered. We still don't have a way to get into the engage. Wait, can we even put dice into that? Is that even feasible? It is. We could do a shift or 2 here at the venture bar. But I'll tell you what, that will be a question for the next episode. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely be leaving here and heading somewhere else. Actually, we got another job. I forgot about that. But if you guys liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. I will see you next time. Later days, everyone.